Namaste. Welcome to this online classes. I am Bhupati, Junior Lecturer in English, APRJC Garampalli. My dear senior inter students, nothing is permanent as you know, but change is inevitable. Slowly, a little by little, the situation is getting better and the students are coming to colleges. Anyhow, the government has been continuing these online classes for the sake of those who are staying back at home. Okay, we have already seen uh, most of the syllabus from Senior Inter English textbook, and welcome to this letter writing class today. Today, our topic is letter writing. As you know, letter writing is a written communication. It is an important one. It is not only for the examination point of view, but in our daily life. Actually, it is the most important one. We should feel and we should have the knowledge of writing a letter. There are different formats and formal, informal, all these things, let us say, in today's class. Letter writing is really a wonderful written skill. One can improve the writing skill and at the same time the thinking capacity also. So before writing certain letters, we give a lot of importance for our thinking. So it will make us generate new ideas that will be good for our creations. Next, let us see what is our program today. Actually, today's program is letter writing, and it is a 5 mark question in your intermediate public examinations. So there is only one question, and due to this pandemic situation, this year only formal letters are prescribed. Informal letters are deleted. So our agenda of this class is, first let us see the introduction about letters, the types of letters. The next one is formats. What are the different formats of letters? And the third one, parts of a letter. A letter has many parts. We have to see every part and how to present each part. And next one is model letters. So from our textbook, we have taken certain letters as a model to you. All these are formal letters, official letters. And I have written one or two letters as a model, and it will be easy for you. Next, the last item is the important letters for the examination point of view. And an assignment is also given that you should practice at home. If you listen to this carefully, very attentively, certainly you can do better, what I feel. This is not only for the intermediate examination point of view, it is for your competitive examinations in your future and also for your daily life. An opportunity may happen or it may be a need to you, that is to complain, to request, to share, or to invite. So all these come under this letter writing. Next, what is what are the important points of this letter writing? Letter writing is an art that is almost forgotten today. People have forgotten writing letters because of the arrival of mobile phones and sending short messages. Letters are an important form of written communication that I have already told you. They are written to express our ideas. We can express our ideas, our information, our messages, our requests, orders, opinions to others, to the officers, and in business also. Except when formal situation demand one today, we really rely more on the electronic media like cell phones, computers, mails, and Gmails like this. Despite smartphones, so it is the dominating electronic media today. SMS, emails, WhatsApp, and other social media that are available to everyone. So people have almost forgotten how to write letters and they have become very lazy. Because of this, the important written communication is lacking. Most of the people do not have this written skill. Still, people have a major use and importance in our society, but they don't respect it. They don't take it. They almost avoid writing letters. Man has become very, very lazy and whatnot. One day, this letter writing may be an outdated one. So the student should develop letter writing skills and we should give life to it. As students, you should give life to writing letters, even from your colleges. Now and then write letters to your parents, friends. So that will be very nice instead of sending short messages. We cannot express our clear ideas, detailed ideas through short messages or WhatsApp, whatever it may be. So if you write a letter and post it, so that certainly make your friend understand your feelings, your emotions, and all these things. For academic purposes, the letters fall under two broad classifications. So for the 10th class or 9th class or intermediate or degree or competitive examinations, the letters are for the purpose of, deciding the writing skill, the written communication, the writing skill of the student. The student's written skill is really judged at the letter written by him. When we go through the letter written by a boy or a student, we can really estimate what is his written capacity. So practice writing letters. Don't leave, don't be away from it. So let us see what are the two classifications, what are the two broad classifications of letter writing. They are formal letters and informal letters. Formal letters. Actually, we write letters to officers on different kinds of purposes which arise in our daily life. Next, invitations. Next, complaints, orders on business purpose. All these are formal letters. Simply, formal letters are official and business purpose. These two are formal letters. When we see the informal letters, the letters written to our parents, friends, and relatives. These are informal letters. See, what are the features of formal letters? These are written in formal way, decent way, and the language we use is also very formal and decent. We follow certain rules with a stipulated format. Format is important. So we cannot have, as we like. So there are certain rules and regulations when writing formal letters. And these are also called official letters. These are written to officers and business associates. These include official letters, business letters, letters of application, application for jobs, letters to editors on certain problems, the issues in our daily life, letters to the newspaper editors, letters of complaints, and all other official letters are called formal letters. So formal letters are very, very important. Certain, to solve certain problems in our life. That is, the informal letters are simply the letters we write to our friends. So here, the rules and regulations are a little bit less. So we can have informal language, and there is some kind of closeness with the person that to whom we are writing letter. These are also called personal letters, and these are written to friends, relatives, members of our family, neighbors. So these are the informal letters. The language is important and the format is important. When the format and language are in a decent way, in a formal way, they are formal letters. When the language is a little bit informal with our friends, relatives, parents and all, that is informal letter. Format of the letter, how the format is, especially the formal letters have a fixed format, but there are three important formats. Three type of three types of formats are used in writing letters. They are traditional format. Actually, it is the format we have been following in our academic life. I mean, in our colleges, schools, in competitive examinations also, we have been following this traditional format, may be called an old format. This is indented format. This format is followed. There is nothing wrong. And if we follow this means it is crystal clear, we will get good marks also in the examinations. And the second one is blocked format. And the third one is fully blocked format. So there are, differences in presentation, that's all. Matter may be the same. In our presentation of the letter, the format, certain differences, but still most of the people follow when writing, when it is written, only the traditional format or the old format. And when coming to the traditional format, it is also called an old format. The structure of the different parts of the letter in this format is given here. In this traditional format, from address and to address, these two are at the left margin, giving just a space. We write from to, and we should be very careful. After from and to, there is no comma or full stop or any kind of punctuation marks. And before this, there is a heading. At the top right side corner, we write our place and date. That is the beginning of the letter. So the place, date at the top right side corner. Next, coming to the left side margin, from address. So the sender's address, to whom we are writing the letter. Next, greeting, addressing the person to whom we are writing, official. Most of the official letters will have sir or madam. Very common, can be used for all kinds of formal letters without any restriction. So to address, start from the left margin, from and to addresses, whereas date and place at the top right side corner. The subject line and the body of the letter are in the middle of the page. The subject line and the body of the letter start 5 spaces from the left margin, and punctuation marks are very important. For example, in from address and to address, after from and to there will be no punctuation mark, but when writing the address, name, comma, and again address, street, number, all these things. So at the end we put a full stop. This is the way. Even in to address also, to the principal, to the district collector, or to the chairman, whatever it may be, comma, comma, full stop. So at the last line, there is a full stop. And after greeting or salutation, addressing, dear sir or sir, gentleman, all this, there is a comma. Then subject. Subject is very briefly written. Next, reference. A reference can also be written in certain letters, for example, in business type and also in official letters. This is the reference. And body of the letter, it is in 3 to 4 paras. That depends upon the length and content of the letter. Next, last one, subscription, that is leave taking. Most of the official letters will have yours faithfully. Next, superscription, that is address, to whom we are writing this letter, that is the address. The other formats, blocked format. In the blocked format, everything starts from the left margin because it is only for the print media. except the date, which is towards the right margin. So sometimes we write the date and place at the right margin. The remaining complete from address to address, all these things, I mean leave taking, subscription or superscription, everything is at the left margin, far end of the left margin. This is the blocked format. See, mostly it is used only for the typed letters. Next, fully blocked format. Fully blocked format is purely the letters written through mails. It is completely on the left margin. In the fully blocked format, everything including the date starts from the left margin. Punctuation marks are omitted. No need of putting punctuation marks in address or leave taking anywhere, but we should follow the punctuation marks as usual in the body of the letter. That is the fully blocked format. Actually, in the examinations, teachers or lecturers consider the traditional form better. When blocked format or fully blocked format are written, that should also be considered, and marks are to be awarded in full way according to the hints given by or the key given by the principles of evaluation given by the Board of Intermediate Education. Next thing is parts of a letter. When coming to the parts of a letter, there are 5 important parts. They are heading, greeting or salutation, body of the letter, subscription, superscription. These 5 parts are very important to any letter, whether it is formal letter or informal letter. These 5 parts are important. Heading, as I have already told you, at the topmost right side corner, name of the place, date. So my dear senior inter students, you follow this format and this will bag you good marks. Name of the place, comma. For example, if it is Guntur, comma. Next, date. How the date should be written, I will explain later. That is the heading. Sometimes we write the complete address without name at the top right side corner. That is also heading. That is called heading. Instead of from, we can write the complete address without name at the right top side corner in some letters. That is the heading. Next, coming to the left side, to address. If it is an official letter, to address is written. And if it is informal letter, letter to our friends, relatives and father, mother, like that, relatives. So we need not write from and to address directly. We can go to the salutation, greeting or salutation. Next, the body of the letter. It is the most important one. Format is important, and the body of the letter. Without the relevant body of the letter will not be considered even in the examinations. Marks will be awarded on the basis of the body of the letter. If it is relevant, certainly marks will be awarded. If it is irrelevant body of the letter to the given topic, certainly it will be scored off. That's all. Next, subscription. How do you take leave? Next, superscription. That is the address on the envelope. So postal address. These 5 are the important parts of a letter. For example, when you see the format, so the first box is 1, the second box is greeting or salutation, a third box is subject or reference, fourth one is leave taking, and the last one is the address that we write on the left side, most probably. That is the thing. So let us see one by one the parts of the letter. Heading, actually it consists of 3 parts. They are sender's address, first place, date, sender's address, receiver's address. This is the order. See, the heading consists of 3 important things. At the right top side corner, name of the place, comma, date, full stop. Next, from address. After from, don't put any kind of punctuation marks. Next, name of the person who is writing this letter, or the name of the company, name of the concern, or name of the designation, comma, place, comma, district or state, whatever it may be. At the end, we put a full stop. Next comes to address, I mean receiver's address. So that is whatever address, comma, comma, at the end, full stop. So for example, look at this format given here, sender's address 6-9 Balaji Colony, Tirupati. You see, after Balaji Colony, I have put a comma and Tirupati, full stop. And the date is, how date can be. So date is name of the month, date, and year. These three things that we put. For example, 10th March 2019 or March 10, 2019. So you should avoid writing the letter in this way. Look at this 10-3-2019, because it is better to write 10 March or March 10, 10 March. Don't write 10th March. It is date, don't put th, 10 March 2019 or March 10, 2019. Don't write 10th March or March 10th or 10-3. So this may be avoided in writing letters. The receiver's address, in most of the letters nowadays, the from address is avoided because we are going to write, I mean, name of the person at the end, and already we have given name of the place and address at the top right side corner. So directly we can go to the receiver's address. It should include name or sometimes position or the complete address of the person to whom we are writing this letter. For example, to the editor, the principal, the Hindu, Government Junior College, Vijayawada, Pakala, Piler, Chittoor district. So in this way, receiver's address is not required for informal letters. So this from address to address, these two are not necessary in informal letters. Next, the second part of the letter is greeting, I mean salutation. How do you call the person or address the person? If it is a formal letter, in most of the letters, sir or madam. This is very much suitable to any letter, whether it is business or whatever it may be. In all formal letters, we can use this. So that is acceptable. So in official letters, sir, madam, or if you are not sure, the officer is sir or madam. So sir oblique madam. In business letters, we can use dear sir, dear madam, dear sir, madam, dear gentleman. So these are in the business letters. But in the informal letters, we can address the persons with relation. My dear father, my dear mother, my dear sister, or my dear Sujata, my dear Gopi. So dear Tulasi, or two friends, my dear friend or dear friend, in that way. So when coming to the subject, so subject is not necessary in the informal letters. In formal letters, most of the letters will have subject. So that is very brief. The complete letter gist is in a single sentence. Request for leave. Information regarding spoken English course. Remedy for the potholes on the roads. Suggestions for overcoming the problems. So the subject is the information in a nutshell about the complete letter. Reference, it is only in the job applications and sometimes in letter correspondence with the higher official, advertisement, and official communication purpose. For example, advertisement for the post of editors, the Hindu dated, proceedings of the collector, Chittoor RC number 275/A dated on. So in this way, for official proceedings, communication and all. Mentioning of subject and reference. Not at all necessary in our informal letters. Body of the letter is the main part. That is the content of the letter. It should be divided into 3 paragraphs or sometimes 4 paras. Body of the letter actually should be in 3 paras. It is the content of the letter. It should be divided into 3 paragraphs as follows: beginning, main content, and ending. So probably what do we write in the beginning? If it is a formal letter, we say who are we and why are we writing this letter in brief. For example, I am so and so from Piler, Chittoor district, writing this letter for the purpose of or bringing this to your notice for kind action, for kind consideration, like that. And the next one, the main content. So what is the actual subject of the letter is written in this content, I mean the second paragraph. If it is a lengthy content, the whole content should be in the second paragraph. If there are different things that you are talking about, so in detail, separate the content. And this is important paragraph. Only with the second paragraph, we will get the complete picture of the letter, the nature of the letter. And ending, conclude by mentioning what you expect. So if it is something request letter, you request for action. A complaint, so you highlight the problem. And suggestion, so you give suggestion in that letter. For example, a solution to your problem and to highlight the issue in the newspapers. Or if it is informal letter, actually we convey our regards, greetings to the people there, and we ask our friend to convey our wishes to their friends there, and all these things are in the concluding paragraph. So anyhow, the subject or the content of the letter should be in 3 paras. First, introduction; second one, the real content; the third one is the concluding paragraph. That varies from letter to letter. And when coming to the ending part of the letter, it is generally with thanking you, sir, hoping to be favored with an early reply. So that there are different ways. Actually, most of the formal letters will have thanking you. That is the good way of ending. But informal letters, closing with love, reply soon, awaiting your reply. So these are the common things, or with best wishes, with love, with kind regards. So these are the common endings of the informal letters. But my suggestion to you, my dear senior inter students, in all formal letters, just end with thanking you, sir. That will do. And in informal letters, with love, convey my best regards to your parents, convey my profound regards to my mummy, and convey my wishes to your friends. So these are the common ways of ending. And subscription, generally it varies from letter to letter. In all formal letters, we feel yours faithfully is the right one. It is not correct. Only in certain letters, yours faithfully. For example, to higher official, and they are superior, and at the same time in the business letters also, we generally write yours faithfully. But recently, the British English Club defined that faithfully may not be the right one subscription used in the letters. Instead of faithfully, we can use sincerely. That is the thing. Okay, whatever it may be. So in all official letters, yours faithfully or yours sincerely, maybe. To our headmaster, principal, class teacher, especially in schools and colleges, the right subscription is yours obediently. So yours obediently can be written. And there, when addressing esteemed sir or respected sir, respected madam, like that. And here it is yours obediently. To your strangers, especially in all letters to the editor letters, yours truly is the right one. So in all editor letters, my dear students, try to use yours truly as a subscription. To our blood relatives, yours lovingly, yours affectionately, yours your loving friend, your affectionate friend, your loving son, like that. But an important thing is, don't put apostrophe after your, that is with the yours. 90% of the people use apostrophe for yours. That is mistake. That is wrong. So don't use any kind of apostrophe in yours. So yours lovingly, yours sincerely, yours affectionately, yours obediently, yours faithfully. Or if you want to mention the relation, your loving son. It is not your lovingly son. Your loving friend, your affectionate son. This is the way. So never use an apostrophe, that is important one, with yours in the subscription. Signature of the writer should be made below the subscription. Below. When you write yours lovingly, yours faithfully, all these things, signature must be below that subscription. So when there is a signature, it is above the signature. So if it is the subscription, it is below that. And next, last and final part of the letter is superscription. Generally, this superscription is written in certain letters and may be avoided in certain letters. For example, the letters which are given in personally we go and give means there it is not necessary. But to all the letters to be posted, it means that for all informal letters, this superscription is must because we are going to post the letter. But in some of the formal letters, we may avoid superscription. It is called address on the envelope. Simply, it is called address on the envelope. So very clearly use PIN code also. It is not required in most of the formal letters. When we write the receiver's address at the to, and sometimes we give it in person. This is the final part of the letter. Then let us see some model letters. Generally, letters we write in our schools and colleges or in professions, the leave letter, most of the people find difficult with the leave letters. Leave letter is very important, and the language we use in that letter is very, very important. It should not convey wrong message. It is not the matter. It is very important one. So in students age, I mean in the schools and colleges, a small model letter is given here. So from address, first write the date at the top right side corner. Next, from address to address. I mean, who is writing this letter? For example, Manoj Kumar, Senior MPC, APR Junior College, Garampalli. This is. And to whom you are writing this letter? Actually, we request our class teacher for leave. The class teacher, Senior MPC, APR Junior College, Garampalli. So this is a letter to the class teacher requesting him or requesting her to grant you leave for 3 days. Maybe different reasons, health issue or any other important work you have. So how do you write this? First, top right side corner, date. Next, sender's address, I mean the from address. Next, to address. Next, sir. Here, subject may be written or may not be written. Here I have mentioned the subject also very briefly. Request for 3 days leave regarding. So it means a leave letter. Request for 3 days leave to make arrangements for my sister's marriage submitted regarding. This is the subject very briefly. So according to the method, I mean that we are using here, as per the method, we use 2 paragraphs generally in leave letters. I am a student of Senior MPC in APR Junior College, Garampalli. My roll number is so and so. My sister's marriage will be held at TTD Chowdhury in Chittoor on 13th December 2020. My presence is needed at home to make arrangements for the marriage and inviting the guests. So I cannot attend the classes regularly. So I am unable to attend. I am not able to attend. Hence, I request you to kindly grant me leave for 3 days from 2. So thanking you. This is the simplest one. Or if it is health issue means, so in the same way, from to sir, subject, a request for 3 days leave as I am unwell, submitted recording. I am a student of senior MPC in APR Junior College, Garampalli. My roll number is. I have been suffering from fever and cold for the last 3 days. I consulted a doctor in our town. He suggested me to take a weekday's leave or 5 days leave, rest. So this is. Hence, I am unable to attend to classes for 5 days. So I request you kindly grant me leave for 5 days from 2. Thanking you. Yours obediently. Probably in all leave letters we write obediently. Yours obediently. Here, we need not write the superscription, that is address on the envelope, because this we are going to give in person or send through somebody else, or the previous day actually we go to the class teacher and give it. Even to the employees, we write this and send it to the concerned person, principal or headmaster, through some other teacher, or give it in person. So the superscription may be avoided. But nowadays, simply they are sending through SMS. But the best way is writing a letter in a traditional way and submitting. That is the thing. This is the best evidence. Next, this is the important letter for every intermediate student, because after completion of their intermediate course, they are going to write a letter to the principal asking or requesting for TC, mark list, conduct certificate, or any other merit certificates. So this every student should learn. This is my suggestion. This is my sincere advice to you all, my dear senior students. You should learn this. But most of the children do not do, especially in corporate colleges. They don't write. Simply they go and stand before the principal. So he knows the name and they issue the TC. But in all government junior colleges, it is must and should. You should give a letter, a requesting letter to issue your TC, conduct certificate, marks list, and any other study certificate and all these things. So this is an important one. Every one of you should learn it. So as usual, from A. Tirumalesh, you can write your address here. So before the top right side corner, date and from address. Next, to the principal, Government Junior College, Visakhapatnam, for example. That is, sir, subject is, what are you going to write it for? It is actually for requesting for your transfer certificate and mark list. Request for the issue of my TC, conduct certificate, study certificate, and marks list. Submitted recording. So this letter is submitted to the principal. That is, I was a student of your college during the last academic year. My optional subjects were maths, physics, and chemistry. My roll number was, I have passed IPE with 10 grade points, and now I wish to join engineering or some other course. So I request you, please issue my TC, conduct certificate, marks list, and other merit certificates as early as possible. I have already submitted my no dues certificate. Actually, this no dues should be submitted to the principal. That is, thanking you, yours obediently. So this is the letter. The simplest way of writing a request is, I was a student of your college during the last academic year. I have passed MPC in with 10 grade points. Now I wish to join a college. Hence, I request you, please issue my transfer certificate, conduct certificate, study certificate, and other merit certificates as early as possible. I have already submitted my no due certificate. That is, thanking you, yours faithfully. So every student should master this letter and everyone should write it and give it to the principal. Only then you will be given your certificates. This is for your kind information. It is not only for the examination point of view. So some of these letters are must. Every one of you should learn. Next, another letter. It is a model letter. Letter to the editor. How a letter is written to the editor. Editor letter is also an official letter. So right top side corner, date is compulsory. From address, I mean sender's address and receiver's address, subject, body of the letter, and subscription, superscription. These are very common in this formal letter. This is a formal letter. Letter to the editor of a newspaper complaining about the bad condition of roads and drains in your area. So in your area, the conditions are very bad. Now you are going to bring this to the concerned authorities for betterment. So this is a letter to the editor. So in all editor letters, there must be 3 paras. First paragraph requesting to publish the letter. Second paragraph actual content, what are the problems, and the last paragraph actually requesting the authorities concerned for necessary action. Actually, that is the thing. But sometimes some people write the request at the end and the introduction is the first paragraph. Okay, let us see here. So first one, the from address, that is the sender's address. Next, the editor, the Hindu or any newspaper, English newspaper, you can write name of the place, Vijayawada, Tirupati, like that. Next, subject. So whatever the topic is, that is a subject in brief. Complaint about the bad condition of roads and drains in our area. Submitted regarding. I mean, request regarding. Request for action regarding. Next. I am a resident of Ambedkar Colony, Vijayawada, and I wish to draw your attention towards the bad condition of roads and drains in our area. Day by day, the condition of road is becoming more and more problematic and many accidents take place. This is the introduction. And what are the problems in our area? That is in the second paragraph. The roads are damaged because of the rains. There are many potholes and water is, stagnated, and potholes are formed on the roads. In the city, the drains get damaged. So the drainage system is in a very bad condition. And the coverings of the manholes are displaced. They are not proper. These broken drains are uncovered and manholes become the cause of accidents at nights. Most of the people find it difficult to travel on these roads. Due to bad condition of roads, it is very difficult to travel during nights. The employees and students face lots of problems every day. I request you kindly publish this in your newspaper so that the authorities concerned will look into the problem and try to rectify, try to make it better. Thanking you. Yours faithfully, signature. And at the left side, address on the envelope is very important. Address on the envelope, address. The editor, the Times of India, Vijayawada. So this is a model. And next, a complaint letter. Let us see the complaint letter. How do you make a complaint to the sub-inspector of police about missing of your cousin? And when giving this, when writing this letter, we should give the details of the person missed. We should give complete details of the person missing, and we should request the police department to trace out. This is the main thing. So from address as usual to, actually we are writing this letter to the sub-inspector of police, and we should write to the sub-inspector of police, to the station house officer, whatever it may be, the police station, as a two-town police station, Yamarpalli, Mutyalreddypalli, Tirupati. Next, sir, missing report of my cousin, request for tracing out, recording. Request to trace out, submitted, recording. So here also probably 3 paras. The first para is introduction. I am the resident of Avilala, Tirupati, rural. My cousin, son of so and so, has not returned home from his coaching center on December. So he went for classes in the morning, but he did not return in the evening. He has been staying with me for the last 2 years and is a student of second MPC in SV Junior College, Tirupati. I have made all inquiries from our friends, relatives, the known people, but no positive response given by anyone. And I would like to give you his details. He is a very lean and slim boy. He is about 5 feet and 5 inches height and with a fair complexion. He was wearing white shirt and blue jeans on that day. I am enclosing the latest photo of the boy missing, and it will be very helpful to you. This is the second paragraph. In the third paragraph, I humbly request you to look into this complaint and try to trace out the missing my cousin as early as possible. Thanking you, sir. Yours faithfully, and name. And here you need not write the superscription, because you are going to give this complaint in person to the sub-inspector of police. So why you need not write the superscription, the to address. Next, once again, actually, this is the right format of writing a letter to the editor. You see, letter to the editor of the newspaper about the importance of the environment, place, date, and from address maybe or may not be written to the editor, the Hindu, Tirupati. And sir, the first paragraph is a request. And what is this letter about? And request to the editor to publish in their newspaper, that is. I'm an avid reader of your esteemed daily. I wish to write about the importance of environment in the letters column. I request you to publish this to enlighten the people regarding environment. So the second paragraph is totally, completely about the importance of environment. As we are aware of the importance of environment, all our basic needs come from environment. So we should not destroy, we should try to protect whatever good environment we have. If our environment is bad, we try to make it green by planting as many trees as possible. During Vanamahotsavam, our schools and colleges take up lots of plantation work. Sometimes we forget to take care of the plants after planting. Every one of us should feel responsibility to water them and to look after them until they grow up to a certain level. It is not one family, one tree. What I feel is each one plant one. The tree play a main role in controlling pollution. Pollution causes lots of problems in our daily life. So due to pollution, not only problems to human beings, animals and birds extinct one day or the other. So we should not only plant, but also spread the message of the disadvantages of deforestation or destructing environment. So this is the second paragraph. Actually, the second paragraph is completely about the importance of environment. It is really very simple. As a student, whatever you feel, you can write in the second paragraph with it is related to environment. So environment is very important. So that we can do. So the government should pass a rule, the last paragraph. It is a suggestion. It is a suggestion given by the writer of this letter. The government should pass a rule to punish the people who destroy the environment. The authorities concerned can set up campaigns to bring awareness among the people. Thanking you. Yours truly, as I have already told you, in all letters to the editor, you try to write yours truly in the subscription place. Addressing is Sir, and to address the editor, the Hindu Tirupati. So, my dear senior inter students, try to follow this. First paragraph, introduction, and how you are requesting the editor to publish the letter. So, next, the address on the envelope is compulsory here. Address on the envelope is must, because you are going to post this letter and it is a non-informal letter, formal letter. So most of the formal letters will have the address on the envelope. That is important one. And another important, it is a burning topic. As you see, nowadays, most of the letters are given to the editor in examinations. Write a letter to the editor of the newspaper about the menace of using plastic and suggestions to ban it, to ban usage of plastic. That is the thing. So as usual, right top side corner, what do you write? Place, date. Next, to address. It is fixed to the editor, the Hindu Tirupati. Next, sir, you need not write the subject. Directly you can go. So the first paragraph is, I am a regular reader of your English daily. I wish to write about the problems and the disadvantages of using plastic and request to publish it in your daily. This is the first paragraph. And in the second paragraph, you write the total content. Whatever you feel about the disadvantages of using plastic, that you should write in the second paragraph. And the suggestion and request to the authorities concerned may be in the third paragraph. Okay. Nowadays, the usage of plastic has become more. No person or purchase goes without plastic bags. It has become a part of our lives, but it causes a lot of health hazards. The usage of plastic bags is really a dominating one today. These would not degrade, so that pollution increases and causes health problems. I mean, the plastic material would not degrade in the soil, so that it causes pollution, it increases pollution, and in return it causes health hazards, health problems. We all know this, but we are unable to come out of this plastic world. It is not so easy. We can't throw it at once, we can't avoid it at once, but slowly we can reduce. Little by little we can reduce if we sincerely put efforts in the place of plastic bags, cloth bags, and paper bags. Certainly it is possible. Every educated man should feel to avoid plastic bags day to day. It may educate or bring awareness to others. So if an educated person start, automatically others will learn, and one day our world will become plastic free world. Sure. And the last paragraph is the suggestion and request. Hence I request the authorities concerned, hence I request all, I mean the people, to think for a while and try to reduce and then avoid using plastic bags. The government should also bring awareness and understanding among the people about it. So this is the last paragraph. Thanking you, yours truly. So always in the letters to the editor, the correct one is yours truly. And next, address of the envelope, that is the superscription that can be written. So once again, the superscription is to the editor, the Hindu Tirupati. That's all. Next, we have come to the last. Before that, I want to introduce one more type of letter, model letter. This is an application for job, and it is also a model in our letters. Write a letter of application in response to the advertisement for the post of computer operator in Omkar's Computer Institute 2/10 Brodipet, Guntur. So this is the advertisement that you have come across in the newspaper, and in response to the advertisement you are going to apply. It's very simple. If you understand the letter, actually the letters are very simple. So we can write very easily from address to address. To address is given in the topic to the Omkar's Computer Institute, Brodipet, Guntur. And subject is application for job, that's all. What job? Computer operator. That is the subject. Here, there must be three paras. Actually, this application should also be in 3 paras. First paragraph, in response to your advertisement, or I have seen your kind advertisement in the Hindu dated 10/12/2020 for the post of computer operator in your institute. I feel I am a deserved candidate for the post. This is the first paragraph. And in the second paragraph, you are going to give you your complete qualifications, experience, expected salary, and any other merits and that you want to reveal here or present here. This is the second paragraph. I have completed my master's degree in computers from Osmania University, Hyderabad. I have also done certifications on the advanced languages, which are very useful in the computer world today. I am 26 years old with good health and sound technical knowledge. I have 3 years of experience as a computer operator from IAR Institute, Pune. This is the second paragraph, and you can write how much salary that you are expecting. I expect rupees 35,000 as my monthly salary. These are in the second paragraph. So in the third paragraph, your surety, your assurance and expectations. I shall appear for an interview and prove my mettle at any date and time. If I am selected, I shall discharge my duties to the utmost satisfaction of the senior management and prove my justice and do my justice and prove my ability. This is in the third paragraph, thanking you, yours faithfully. So you write, you put your signature here, and here it is also a non-formal letter, formal letter. You should write the address, to address to the director, Omkar Computer Institute, 2/10 Brodipet, Guntur. So this is the thing. And before that, let us see the assignment. It is not the first time. You have learned most of the basic things and basic format, all these things in your earlier classes in high school. So with that, what I have given is a little bit of addition. So with all these things, you can do better and you can perform better, you can present better in the intermediate. And the assignment, it is from the textbook. Actually, due to this pandemic situation, only the formal letters are prescribed this year. Informal letters deleted. So the your lecturers might have given you this information. So there are actually 4. One I have given here. The 3 are assignment to you. One is, you are interested in doing a short-term course in spoken English during your summer vacation. Write a letter to the editor, NUO, a spoken English course and a grammar institute, Annamaya Circle, Tirupati, inquiring about the terms and conditions for the course. So requesting for the prospectus and the details of the course, the fees, duration, and all these things. So this is also a formal letter. So begin with the heading, name of the place, and a date. Next, from address to address. Next, sir, subject, request for information regarding spoken English and grammar classes request regarding that is. So next, the introduction. I am so and so residing here and I am interested to join the course. And the second paragraph, actually, what are the things that you want to know? So I have completed my 10th class and I wish to learn English very fluently and I wish to learn the rudiments of grammar also. Please give me the details of the course, duration, timings, fee, and whether certificate is given, that certificate is valuable or not, valid or not. So all these things in the second paragraph. In the third paragraph, request for prospectus and then also application. This is the letter in a simple way. I think with this you can try to attempt. Write a letter to the editor of a local daily an acute shortage of water in summer. So editor, as I have already told you, top right side corner name of the place, date, to the editor, the Hindu, Tirupati. Subject, you may or you may not. But the first paragraph, I am a regular reader of your daily. And in this letter, I would like to bring it to your notice to publish something about the shortage of or scarcity of water in summer. Please publish in your letters column. This is the first paragraph. Second paragraph, the problems of water, water's scarcity. So we are living in so and so colony in Tirupati. Most of the parts of Tirupati city have been facing lots of troubles due to shortage of water. It all happens because many people have motors. They use motors and suck water, and it is great damage and demand for the other people who are living in certain areas, and certain suggestions to the government to check to avoid the motors and to supply water regularly. And storage of water is also important. Sometimes because of the current problem, this and that, there may be shortage. So the last paragraph, I request the authorities concerned to look into the problems of acute shortage of water in certain areas, especially in Tirupati rural or urban, whatever it may be, and rectify, look into these things and try to make the things better. I mean, supply water regularly. That is a thing. So this is a letter to the editor. Next one, local sub-inspector of police about eve teasing. This is the next one. And letter to the letter for the post. I mean, this one I have already written and you have seen this. So we have come to the ending. My dear senior inter students, I wish to say one thing. Actually, letter writing is an important one. And now I would like to say something about the allocation of marks for the letter. Actually, body of the letter, the content is very important. If it is irrelevant, the letter will not be corrected, will not be valued. So I write the relevant subject. I mean, the content of the letter, body of the letter. Then sure, the format should be perfect. The formal letter format should be perfect. So there are marks for heading, from address to address, addressing, I mean salutation, next subscription and superscription. For all these things are almost out of 5, there will be 2 marks for these things. Heading, salutation, correct salutation, subscription and superscription. For these 4 items, each half a mark. So 2 marks for all these things. And the 3 marks will be for the subject, I mean the body of the letter in 3 paras. So language, usage of correct language, that's important. Content is important. Content and language. For content, 2 marks. For 1 mark is for your language. So this is the allocation of marks actually according to the principles of valuation. So my dear students, go through each and everything very carefully and first try to understand uh, the topic. Unless you understand it, you cannot do well. Thank you very much for paying your attention with great patience. Thank you one and all. Namaste.